if I go by NS standards, that food looks fucking gourmet. Okay, it looks absolutely fucking gourmet. I look at it, I'm like, yeah, I'll eat it. You know why? Because the food that Jing and I were served, my cookhouse was Sodexo. It's to the point where everybody just made jokes about it, but we still ate it because we had no choice.
You will go hungry one. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's either you eat or you go hungry. And then when you're training, you really got no choice. You have to eat. Welcome to the Lao Jiaos Podcast. This is where we bring you unfiltered and unapologetic takes on the news, current affairs, and all the things that people are scared to talk about. I am your boy, LTY, also known as Jin Yong, and today I'm the one hosting this goddamn program. I'm with Jin Yong right here. And how are you, bro?
It's a Saturday. We're recording this on Saturday, so actually I don't feel like tired or what. It's a Saturday, ma.
Today's the 10th of January. Yeah. I just saw you on Thursday, in fact.
We met up for what? Annual... What's that thing called? Annual company gathering?
No, not annual, monthly. Is it AGM? EGM? I don't know, something. It wasn't really a full strength, because who wasn't there? Amos and Brandon weren't there.
Yeah. Because we are doing this out of the capacity of our full-time work, so I think some of us are sometimes just caught up with work.
Or life, or both. Who's counting at this point? Recording this on the 10th of January, like I just said. It is Singapore Motor Show Week, which is the start of the automotive calendar for every year.
This weekend. Yes.
Yeah, that's why when you saw me on Thursday, my hair was lit up, but my face looked damn dead.
But to maybe let our audience know, Jin Yong met one of our coming guests. So we shall not reveal his who, but I'm quite excited to have him or her on. Yeah, it's quite a big thing.
I went to the person, hey, hi, I'm Jin Yong from the Chit Chatter. It's like, I'm going to talk to you guys on the 27th. Like, yeah, fancy seeing you here, that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm not going to review who it is, but yeah, motor show, new cars, yeah. Won't get into it. I'll be releasing some videos on my social media about it. The Big Soup, if you want to check me out, for all things motor show, all things car related. Yeah, just feel free, hit me up, whatever. It's barely been 2 weeks in 2026.
Yes.
And there's already been so much happening. Chief being which USA has gone maximum freedom, bruh. This, I don't think it is on anybody's 2026 bingo card. But yeah, they actually went to go and raid Venezuela. And they captured Nicolas Maduro. Or as my friend said, hey, Maduro. Old Nicolas Maduro and his wife kena tangkap by the US.
Yeah. The senior minister, Lee Hsien Loong, actually did an interview a few days ago.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yes, and he also mentioned this incident. And for Singapore, that is normally so neutral about a lot of things, right? They try to go around things. I think he said something which was very, very true, which is that not about the attack. It's the manner that the attack was being carried out. Like, how to say, they didn't tell UN that this is going to happen. They just in this name, we're going to go and clear this. Really, nobody knew anything until suddenly, boom, then, we captured this guy. Then huh?
It's like that black guy that means surprise, motherfucker, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It really is,
Kids, right? Your parents will teach you that, you must do things the right way, Like on the international stage, right? You have countries like US that I have all the money and military power, so I can do things my way. Like with the right reason, this is my reason, I can just go in and just whack. Then
oil.
That was my second point, which is that I cannot separate the need for oil away from this. A lot of the Middle Eastern countries have recently gotten a bit hard to negotiate in terms of oil. And I think they are resorting to this kind of bullshit, which is we've seen this happen in Iraq, we've seen this happening now in Venezuela as well. So it's just bullshit.
You got this all wrong, man. Venezuela needs some democracy.
I'm sure.
Do you know the game Helldivers 2?
No.
They like to preach for Super Earth, for democracy, and it's just for Super Earth. You just replace everything with it. For democracy and for oil, the US oil companies will go in. They'll spend billions of dollars.
He didn't even bother sugarcoating it anymore. You see his speeches, right? Even the late night comedian shows, the Daily Show, right? Also cut so many clips of him saying that oil company. Yeah. You only play by the rules if you're not rich enough. If you're rich and powerful enough, right? You create the rules. This is really the truth.
Let's on that tension, let's introduce what's what we're gonna start for the week before I go on an even bigger tension and say something I completely and utterly regret and definitely get cut out of this segment. So our segment of the week this week, JY will be coming up with some random facts. His first random fact is, why was Fanta created? I just had Fanta yesterday, but please go on.
Why was Fanta created? This was a very interesting thing. So actually, right, Fanta was created, right, because in World War II, Coca-Cola was created all the way in the 1910s. During World War II, right, because Germany was the big bad guy, what? So they actually sanctioned Coca-Cola export lah, because Coca-Cola is a US company ma, all the way to Germany. Or the German Coca-Cola production company didn't have Coca-Cola, and then they created Fanta from other like sugar options, and it became so popular that they sold like 3 million bottles of Fanta just in 1 year alone, in 1942, I think, or I forget which year. After that, the company went through some trouble and whatnot, but the Fanta Orange that we know today, right, was actually brought over and then opened in Italy in 1955. So the story is that Fanta was created because of Hitler. You know, nowadays we keep saying things like, oh, drink less sugar, eat less sugar. I don't think that drinking or eating less sugar has been the problem with our health. Is that we exercise less now. Because last time a lot of our work were labor-based. So I felt that drinking that much sugar wasn't a problem.
You know, a funny story. When I went to Jakarta for the first time in 2022 with 3 other friends. So our Indonesian friend, she brought us to the McDonald's drive-thru she usually goes to. So bought some food and then some drinks as well. So it's like, oh, that was Coke. So I opened the Coke in the car. Then I took a sip. I was like, guys, this Coke is the full flavor one, the full fat one, the one that we used to get but no longer get. You know, like how our Coke here, we got Coke Zero and the Coke less sugar. Then suddenly you taste this Coke that is full sugar, full bad for you, and it's just bad for you.
Another fun fact about Coke is that their formula for different countries is slightly different one. Like the sugar level is slightly different and everything. I mean, the recipe is the same, but how much sugar and some of the percentages change a bit, which is why, like Tan Yang said, if you drink cola or Coke, like in one country, it's compared to another country, it can taste different.
So, but enough about sugar. So, before our episode begins, a word from our sponsor.
Once again, we would like to thank our friends at SGWatchHub for sponsoring this episode. SGWatchHub is Singapore's one-stop platform for all things watches. Whether you're buying, selling, or just passionate about timepieces, SGWatchHub connects you with sellers, retailers, and fellow collectors all in one place. And it's more than just a marketplace. They also bring together trusted watch services like repairs, polishing, strap replacements, protective films, watch winders, and authentication, so your watches is always well taken care of. They work with amazing brand partners too, including Jack Turner, a US-based watch brand known for clean, modern designs and quality materials. As part of an upcoming giveaway facilitated by SGWatchHub, one lucky winner will walk away with a Jack Turner Black PVD Maverick Pilot View watch, a versatile everyday watch built for both style and function. If you'd like to take part in the giveaway, all you've got to do is follow the instructions in our pin reel on Instagram. If you love watches like we do, head over to SGWatchHub, your one-stop platform for all things watches in Singapore. A big thank you to SGWatchHub for sponsoring this episode.
And now, back to the episode. So today's first news segment, the packaged food saga in
Hwa Chong Institution, secondary school.
Well, according to the kids, the food looks like army rations, even though our dear former president, Madam Halimah Yacob, says it looks alright.
I think I might be wrong here, but I think they were packed by SATs, SATS, not SFI.
Oh yeah, I think it was packed by sets.
It's packed by
sets. Honestly, I just have to say this. I don't care how unpopular an opinion this is. I served in SCDF, okay, from 2013 to 2015. From 2013 to early 2014, all the meals I had in camp were disgusting.
Yes,
okay,
I agree with you.
Were disgusting.
I served during this part also.
You served around the same time as me, right? Yeah, I was 2013 and 2015.
It's
okay,
bad.
You kids don't know how good your have it these days. Your NS nowadays is so welfare, okay?
Yes.
If I go by NS standards, that food looks fucking gourmet, okay? It looks absolutely fucking gourmet. I look at it, I'm like, yeah, I'll eat it. You know why? Because the food that Ying and I were served, my cookhouse was Sodexo. It's to the point where everybody just made jokes about it, but we still ate it because we had no choice.
You know, you'll go hungry one. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's either you eat or you go hungry. And then when you're training, you really got no choice. You have to eat clumpy bihun, the rice 煮不熟的啦, everyday chicken.
The rice all what? Like what? Together.
Yeah, the fried food, the fried food tastes more like oil than it does the whatever fried food.
The fried food feels like it was steamed. Some of the fried food, it feels was steamed.
Steamed in oil.
Yeah. Okay, but I have to be honest, this kind of food, right, brings me back to the 2011, 2012 time But over the years, like I go back for reservice, I've really seen the food improve lah. So I have to give credit to how SCF is handling the food and all the cookhouse food. Part of the comments online were saying that the kids need to buck up and eat the food lah, because I mean, doesn't look that good, but it's food. Okay, for me, right, the whole focus on the incident is how the Hwa Chong how is it? How the Hwa Chong spokesperson or how the Hwa Chong media handle all this shit.
The internal
You
PR,
see how
right?
they
Yeah.
stumble over all this. First, it was what they say that this food is not representation of the full array of food that we offer. And then second was the teacher in the group chat saying, "Hey boys, behave yourself. Don't comment on this kind of thing."
Yeah, there are consequences, right?
They had to come out and say again, this doesn't mean that our student cannot speak to the media. Then I'm like, it's getting bad to worse there, the way they handle all this shit.
You know, for all the money that Hwa Chong institution has, can't they like engage I don't know, a PR firm?
Exactly.
You know, to go and
Exactly.
like write this mess, that kind of stuff. I mean, not say that the kids are right in what they did also lah, but you also should have handled it better lah, HCI.
One of the top schools in Singapore, you tell me your spokesperson cannot come up with a better one-liner or a better comms line to give people, man. I don't understand.
You know, if last time in our time when we were younger, if I dared to complain about my food like that,
mom will throw the food out, yeah.
Oh yeah, not only throw the food out, my mother would throw the food out. My father would hit me,
Yes.
I would get beat so bad. The next day I walk to school, my friends ask me, "Hey, how come your face got kena?"
You should explain, right?
Last night,
I fell.
Last night quite the door suddenly hit my face. That kind of thing.
So my advice for Hwa Chong is that you all either take the hard stand and say this is the food, then we're not going to do anything about it. Or if you want to take the we want to please everybody's stance, then do a better job in the comms line and actually put out and actually bother pleasing everybody lah. Because to me, the solution very simple one. Don't go through sets. I mean, I understand that some of these vendors are like in the system, you get them through the GBs or the Gov at SG, don't need to go through all the bits and all this kind of shit. What is stopping you from going through the normal 3 codes, getting auntie in or pack food 100 every week that the auntie they can actually cook good food and then bring in and then you solve all the problem what?
09 bird flu, remember bird flu, 09?
Yep.
We all had to everyday tapao food, tapao food from the kitchen, from the canteen. I think you went through it also, right?
Yep.
The Chinese food was so horrible to the point that after restrictions were lifted, the Chinese store actually closed down because the food was so horrible that everybody just started ordering from the Malay store.
Okay.
It's that bad, it was that bad.
Yeah.
It's that bad.
Yeah.
But at least we had a choice. I mean, by the time I haven't go NH yet, so they didn't know what to do.
Correct. Hwa Chong wrote out this, right? It's not fully all packed food. It's half. Means they still have 4 stores that serve freshly cooked food.
Right? Yeah.
And then the rest is this kind of packed food. So why can't you give the 4 stores, like you say, take advance order, then you cook more, prepare more, and then give out in boxes. Then give them more businesses. Yeah. Sooner or later, right? All closed, then even worse.
You kids don't know the luxury of having actual auntie, uncle in the school canteen that care for you. 你今天吃了吗？你今天好像看起来很累，auntie 给你多一点。
You don't understand that auntie that go behind the principal's back and serve us fried food just because we are cute and fat.
Oh, I miss those days, man. I miss those days.
Yeah.
Enough of that before I get extra hungry. News 2. A Singapore car covers its license plate, obstructs its license plate to pump subsidized petrol, 95 RON in Malaysia. Bodoh. And then after that, kena caught. And then after what happened to him, surrendered to the police in Kulai. So, Jin Yong, what do you think about this bodoh?
I feel that if you want to take Malaysia petrol, be like most Singapore cars and act like it's not a big deal. Some Singaporean cars are doing this and they complain but they haven't taken action. But you go cover your own license plate, right? It's like telling people, hey, this is not happening, this is not happening. Then the 此地无银三百两. It's like drawing attention. What? Later after the news come out, you buckle to pressure and surrender yourself to the police. I'm like,
last weekend I came off I did a 2,000 kilometer drive from Singapore to Padang Besar, which is the northernmost point, one of the most northernmost points in Malaysia. And then I drove back to KL, then drove back to Singapore. So it was Singapore, Penang, Padang Besar, KL, Singapore. We pumped 97 RON, which is like the bare minimum foreign vehicles can pump in Malaysia. I got a free full tank from Volkswagen when I took the car. In Malaysia, we pump 2 tanks. I spent on petrol $102. Your 95 RON is, I think, about 60 cents. But it's subsidized by the government for the rakyat,
for Malaysian cars.
For the people. We don't pay their tax.
Yeah.
We just go in to pump their cheap petrol.
Already cheap already. Yeah.
Already tampo jibai, you know. We go in and pump their
Yeah.
cheap petrol. Why lah?
This is what I don't understand. You got money to buy car, and it's not like run down car leh. Then you go there and then you do something so 下水, and then you run back in like with the with the tail in between,
your legs. Yeah.
Go back to the Malaysian government. I'm like, wow, this is wrong on so
the fella still say, oh, I'm a Singapore PR, but I'm a Malaysian citizen, so I should be able to pump. It's like, I mean, 97 also how much only. I don't know how people want to do this. And then he go, the way he go and block off the plate. I say, oh, son, Sabah plate. Kepala butok Sabah plate.
Just pay that little bit more lor. You already come to Malaysia, right? How much more money you want to save? You got money to buy car and not say no money.
Malaysia really call us Singapore anjing already. This kind of behavior just reinforces the stereotype.
True lah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This one I can totally own and say it's Singaporean one.
He also fucked the petrol station operator.
Oh yes, because he allowed it to happen. Yeah.
Hey, the fine is sibei jialat.
Oh yeah.
The fellow also didn't even know he gonna kena. Now he kena.
Yeah.
Congratulations. After that part, I think I really need to take a break.
And we're going to take a quick break in the podcast to thank our friends at CityMusic, one of Singapore's true pioneer in the music space. CityMusic has long been known as a go-to destination for musical instruments, but they've also been making big headway in audio and video equipment, especially for creators and podcasters. From guitars and pianos to audio interfaces, microphones, and even video recording equipment, CityMusic is true one-stop shop for everything music and content creation related, with options for every budget.
In fact, the audio you're hearing right now is recorded using the Zoom ZD-M1 mic, an amazing broadcast-style microphone that delivers professional quality sound on par with other big-name podcast mics, but at nearly half the price. It's proof that you don't have to overspend to sound great. We're excited to share that we are again partnering with CityMusic for an awesome giveaway. One lucky winner will walk away with a Samsung satellite desktop broadcast microphone. It's the perfect plug and record podcast mic that you can get directly from CityMusic. All you need to do to take part is to follow the instructions in our bio. Once again, a huge thank you to our friends at CityMusic, not just for this awesome giveaway, but for being a pioneer in the music space and for making sure creators, musicians, and podcasters always have the right equipment for whatever budget and setup they want.
CityMusic,
powering your sound, your music, and your content. Also, okay, on the topic of Malaysians. So, over the past 5 years, that's actually a big number. 57,314 Malaysians have renounced their Malaysian citizenship to migrate to Singapore. So I think if all these Malaysians want to get Singapore citizenship, they have to say a sentence: Singapore food is better than Malaysian food.
You sure not? During the sweat-in, they will do that, man.
They should lah.
This one like that, then at the back have to like. Out of 100% of Malaysians that renounce their citizenship, right? 90+% are actually converted to Singaporeans. So it's actually quite a fair number, actually quite a big number for them. Yeah.
I mean, reasons to migrate, I guess, economic reasons. What else?
Very obvious. Yeah.
Yeah. What else do you think? Any other reasons that they will want to migrate here?
Like you say, I think economic reasons is one. I think number two is that a lot of them came to Singapore to work. They end up marrying a Singaporean and deciding to stay here, right? And I just think there is something very interesting that we see so many Malaysians coming to Singapore either as a PR or convert to Singapore citizenship, and then increasingly we're actually seeing a lot of Singaporeans saying we want to go Johor to retire.
I mean, I don't blame them lah. $100 goes a long way in goes a long way in JB. Or don't even say JB. Go to like say someone in Indonesia. $100 can go a long way. I mean, hell, I bribed someone at the airport in Jakarta with $10.
$10 Sing.
Well, it was 100,000 rupiah lah. My friend gave to cut the queue because my friend had a guitar, which was an oversized piece of luggage. We told the idiot not to buy. Sean, you are still an idiot for buying that guitar and you've not used it until today. I'm going to kill you. But yeah, so he had the guitar, oversized piece of luggage. We didn't buy extra luggage for the guitar. She went to the guy, gave him 100,000 rupiah, the security guard at the immigration counter. He stopped the whole queue, told the girl at the counter something, let the four of us go through to the front. The guitar went in for no charge. We only bought extra luggage for we had one piece of luggage, check-in luggage. That was the only thing we paid for. We should have paid an extra for the guitar.
Because the guitar is the, is additional.
Oversized.
Yeah. I think fair enough to say, right, out of the many different nationalities or people that come to Singapore, right, Malaysians are really the ones that sometimes I don't see much difference from Singaporeans. I think in terms of culture, in terms of assimilation, in terms of language and stuff.
Like Lee Kuan Yew said, we are two countries, we are united by geography. In terms of like food, in terms of culture, in terms of like even language, there are, I mean, I wouldn't say it's 100% similar, but there are a lot of similarities.
Yeah. That to me is also why recently Johor has taken a more collaborative approach with Singapore when it comes to like the special economic zone, when it comes to like RTS link, because I think they are trying to do this to prevent all these Malaysians to say that I just migrate to Singapore, right? They're giving them incentive to like, okay, you can stay here, but at the same time, let's say you really choose to go Singapore work, or let's say you want to work in the special economic zone, then there is a better, there's a better option instead of just all migrate over there.
I'll give them one thing Malaysians are hungry. They are hungrier than Singaporeans.
Hungry, they work harder. And unlike a lot of Singaporeans, they can speak good Chinese. If you need liaison people for Chinese clients, right, Malaysians are a good people to look at.
We need to be hungry as Singaporeans as well. We need to be hungrier. Yeah. That means you, Hwa Chong, okay? You, Hwa Chong, you HDI students, got food, just eat, don't complain, okay? Understand? Now, time to my favorite segment. Alamak, waiter! Hong Lim Hawker Centre had a fire breakout when I think I was in Malaysia last week. And then there was one auntie who kept eating her char kway teow. Even in the midst of the fire, I got to give it to the auntie. She's like, I paid for this shit, I'm gonna finish this shit.
This auntie is very smart. Not because she didn't, of course, not running when there's a fire is dumb but she's smart because I really think the char kway teow uncle or the store, right, hired her to do that. There is no better marketing than saying that when a fire comes, I'd rather eat your food than to run away from the fire.
I think I can understand why, because the Hong Lim, I think she may have gotten it from the famous store at I think Hong Lim got that one famous char kway teow store or something.
Correct.
She must have queued like a damn long time for it.
Could be.
排队排到那么久了拿到那个果条，然后突然
The fire alarm
有一个炭烧，算了，我已经等了45分钟，我直接吃，我照着吃，管你们去死。
But I also have to say some seniors, once they reach a certain age, right, they have this fucky attitude like fire fuck leave enough already let fate take its place or like jaywalk fuck it I'm gonna do it never mind
char kway teow over life.
Yeah.
Grab Food launches a delivery trial with drones. Was this only in the Tanjong Rhu area?
As in, it's trial only at the moment.
You know what would be funny? When someone, the one of these Grab Food drones trying to deliver something like say bubble tea or maybe like mee pok to one of those to one of those condos in Tanjong Rhu, and then suddenly instead of delivering there, it goes haywire, it drops into the Kallang Reservoir. Because people do kayak in the Kallang Basin, then suddenly it's like instead of the bubble tea going to the condo, right, it goes to your kayak instead. Hey, free bubble tea when you kayak, that's not a bad idea. Actually.
So that's why I think that this is actually a very smart initiative on Grab's part. Because can you imagine like next time you stay condo like 30th floor, then the drone fly to your like outside a window you can take, or like you kayak in the middle, right? Then you say, I'm a bit thirsty, then I order the drone, send to me on the kayak, in the middle of the river.
That's not a bad idea.
No driver can do that,
One day, Grab, if you're listening, one day, I hope to be able to get my chaji in the middle of the Kallang Reservoir.
Or you run halfway at the 10 km mark, then suddenly you see one drone beside you. Wow.
Malaysian fine dining does dramatic review to show 3 satay sticks.
This is just plain alamak really. I tell you the funniest. Do you see the video, Tenyang?
I'll go look at it after this, but I can just imagine that it opens and then ta-da, and then it's like 3条而已.
Yeah, exactly. The funniest thing in the whole video is not the review, it's the person that filmed the thing, right? You can hear the voice like, satay only, right? It's not like 10 Like I go hawker center, I order, right? At least got 10, It's sake 3
Malaysia satay, they give you quite a lot of meat on the stick.
Okay.
I can imagine because this is fine dining, the stick of satay will look even more anorexic. And that covers it for our Lao Jiaos Podcast. Remember, guys, if you enjoyed the episode, please remember to like and subscribe. We have an episode that comes out every Friday at the same time, which is about 9 a.m. But at the same time, if you're into football, we have the Football Kaki that drops every Wednesday, and our Corporate Bros show where we interview fun and amazing people from around Singapore every Monday. The person I met at Singapore Motor Show will be coming on very soon. Yeah, I'm excited for that one actually. We hope that everyone has had a great week. But remember,
we don't always talk cock,
but sometimes we do!
Ow! Ow! Ow!